Kitchens, and this is my testimony.
August 9th of last year, Kaylin and I went to go get her haircut, and on our way out of the salon, we were about 2 steps out the door. I went to put my arm around Kaylin, and in that moment I felt her just fall into me, and I looked over at her and I knew right away that she was having a seizure, and that was nothing that she had ever encountered before. She was completely healthy.
I remember Mom was really freaking out, and it was blurry, like my eyes were blurry, and I didn't know what was going on.
There was a guy that literally, as she was seizing, approached me. I'm not a doctor, but I work in medicine, is all he said. He didn't introduce himself whatsoever. After she was done having her seizure, he walked us back into the salon and kind of asked her some questions. Do you know what day it is? Do you know who the president is? Before I knew it, he kind of just was gone. Then the salon we were at went back to watch the video, the security footage video, to see if we could track down this man, just to thank him. This man did not appear on the security footage video. I really do believe that God gave us an angel that day, in that moment, to give us some peace in the middle of that crazy, chaotic moment. When they did CT scans, they did blood tests, everything came back normal. And when we came home, Kaylin had another seizure at home. We ended up being transported by ambulance to All Children's Hospital. And the next 24 hours were full of blood work and brain scans and MRIs, CTs, all kinds of tests. She had a spinal tap that next day. It was her first spinal tap, and that led them to see that she had inflammation in her brain. First, it was slurred words every once in a while. She was a little bit confused. Then the next day, she couldn't form any kind of words. And she was having more and more seizures that were longer, much more aggressive. There were a lot of days that I'm not sure she even knew who James and I were. They transferred us to intensive care, and they had recommended Kaylin begin a specific type of treatment called plasmapheresis. Every other day for 10 days, they took out 1 liter of her blood and cleaned it and then put it back into her body. I mean, it was over the course of 10 days, essentially, they took all of the blood out of her body, pretty much, and cleaned it and then put it back inside of her body. Test results came back and she was positive for, it's called anti-NMDA receptor encephalitis, but it's a type of autoimmune encephalitis. Her immune system was attacking her brain. We weren't able to carry on conversations for weeks. And I begged God to heal her, but I told him that I trusted him. Do you believe it or don't you? What do you believe? This was a moment where I had to decide.
I was scared if I were to go get my hair cut again, what will happen over again, or if I had a seizure again. I was scared that I would forget something and it would be bad, like if I forgot how to breathe or walk.
How do you console someone that doesn't understand? The only thing I knew to do was to put worship music on. And it always calmed her down. I let worship music just be my prayers, be my words when I didn't have the words. And when she woke up from her surgery, the first thing she said, clear as day, was, "I'm so thankful for Jesus." She went weeks being out of her mind, unable to communicate. You know, the nurses are explaining to us what they did and how she shouldn't be feeling any pain, but she started to actually say, ow, ow, ow. And so we asked them, please give her more, give her more. And so they gave her some more medicine, pain medicine. And once the medicine kicked in, it was like something, a switch was flipped. She looked at us in a way that she hadn't looked at us in weeks. And I knew that she saw us, and she immediately started talking. Her hospital room was filled with doctors and nurses. They were dumbfounded. They couldn't understand how being on these serious pain medications had done something to her brain to where she had mental clarity and was able to converse. That day gave me so much hope. So much hope. We were able to find some medicines that kind of gave her a little bit more mental clarity. She was finally stable enough that doctors agreed to let us come home. February 22nd, we celebrated World Encephalitis Day. We had shirts made up that said Kaylin's Crew, and it's such a encouragement to Kaylin.
And I got excited because everybody would have a shirt that had my name on it. So I thought that was pretty cool.
In April, Kaylin came to us and said that she wanted to be baptized. I mean, what is cooler than that? 7 months from being in a hospital to her wanting to make a public declaration of her faith in that way. People were the hands and feet of Jesus in a way that we've never experienced before. And I've never been more certain of his faithfulness. He's faithful. He is so faithful.
I'm Kaylin Kitchens, and my God is a waymaker.